Okay, I am just going to go over some of the stuff that we went over during the shoulder presentation. Sometimes it's just easier to see it done live rather than try to figure it out from pictures. So we're going to start from the warm-up, and then we're going to move into some of the other lunges and then do some strength stuff and kind of go over the progression as far as kind of restoring good motion and function of your shoulder. All right, so the first thing is that lunge matrix, and so I'm going to do everything mirroring you, so you should just be able to like look at your screen and just step with whatever foot you see me stepping forward with, okay? All right, so, and I'm going to just kind of go through this kind of quickly because that way you can be able to do it, just run through it when you need to do it, okay? All right, so we're going to step the right foot forward, bend the right knee, and lift up for 3. We're going to just do everything 3 times. So step forward and reach up. And when you step now with your left, so I'm just going to go to this side just to show you, okay? And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to step back. The back leg bends, the front leg stays straight. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And remember, if your shoulders are really cranky, you can just do this with just the torso movement. So, because some of this does have a lot of arms up. So 1, 2, 3. So the hands go opposite the foot. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to step across. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now your arms are just going to be at shoulder height. I tell people this is L feet, so the front foot's going to stay straight ahead, and then the other foot is going to be pointed like the letter L. All right. So you're going to step around. Just be careful that front foot doesn't move because it will want to. Good. And then the other side. 1, 2, 3. And next is T feet. So that front foot stays like that, and then the other one points like you're making a letter T with your feet. 1, 2, 3. And again. 1, 2, 3. Good. Next is the thoracic movement. So it's where we did the rotation and the lateral movement. So I usually tell people just kind of get the rotation going. So you're just going to kind of keep this hand around waist height or so and just get that a nice rotation. And then the other hand's going to be coming up and over for lateral. All right, so we're going to go reach it back and hinge it over. And I'm going to do this 5 times. As far as how many you do, it's more how much time you have. Okay, we're going the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And next, it's going to be the opposite. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to rotate here. You can rotate to your left, and then you're going to laterally flex to your right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay, so that is kind of your warm-up. The next thing we talked about was rolling, little myofascial release. So you can do this actually laying on the floor or just here. So you can do the front. And when you do this, you kind of want to move yourself, you know, up and down, side to side, and then kind of rotate in there. And so you do the front, you do the side, and sometimes your ball will go flying. Front and back. And as far as how many to do, it's just whatever starts to have it feel like it's loosening up. So, and if things are really, you're beginning to try to restore your shoulder, you know, you probably want to do this once a day or so. And then anytime it kind of gets angry, to do that. And like you saw during the day we tried it, it hurts a little bit, but you kind of just want to work through that. You can do that for both shoulders to keep both shoulders with a good blood flow and everything in there. Okay, so next we're going to move into some of the strength training. So so I have this band anchored to my weight rack here. So, but you can put it in a door frame and do it that way. So the biggest thing to do is remember together, away. So sometimes it's easier for me to start together. So you want to keep this arm straight. So it's together, away, together, away, together, away. Okay? And then next you're going to do together. Now it's going to want to bend, but you don't want it to bend. So you're going to bring it together and then away. Together. Remember doing the bump? It was popular, I guess, in the 70s or 80s, something like that. So then you're going to go and pull. So it's together, away, together, away. And then the next thing is your rotation. So this is a little bit trickier to try to keep this straight because it definitely really wants to bend. But you kind of come together and then away. Together, away, together, away, together, away. Right? It will bend some, but you really want to try to get that rotation in. Okay? So then the next thing, I would do that for a little while. Once that you can increase, the resistance of your bands, get the wider diameter too. And then you can start with weights. This is going to do more planes of movement. So you kind of think about loading and exploding. So if you're going to go up to the sky, you're going to go down first and then up, down, up. So if you see, if I just hold this straight, that arm just is going to swing. So, and that's what you want it to do initially, right? So it's load, explode up, and then you're going to take it up. Now this movement may be uncomfortable to your shoulder, right? So you want to do not as much weight, right? So it's load, explode back, explode back, explode back, explode back, okay? And then you're going to go to the side. So it's load to explode, load to explode, load to explode. And then you're going to go, this again is harder because you're starting, so it's load, load to explode, load to explode, load to explode. And you really want to try to resist the gravity pull, load to explode, okay? Then we have kind of the frisbee toss or the backhand in tennis. So it's load to explode. So you really want to get your hips into it. Load to explode. And then you're going to kind of do the forehand, right? So it's load to explode, load to explode, load to explode. And bring it across that way, okay? A couple other things I just want to go over is if you have neck problems, so a lot of people that have shoulder problems also have neck problems. Everything's kind of together. So a good thing to do to help your neck and your shoulder mobility, this is also good if you have really hurt your shoulder. Because what it does is it stabilizes the shoulder and then you're just moving your body from the bottom up. As far as your neck is concerned, I put a dot or see something on my wall, and you're going to just keep staring at that object on your wall, and you're going to go down and up. So you have to kind of play a little bit to find how far you should be back, but you go like this and keep staring at your dot. Okay. And then you can if the other arm feels okay, you can use the other hand, and then you're going to go side to side, still staring straight ahead, and take it side to side like that, and then you're going to rotate. So you're going to be here, and you're going to rotate it out, and you can try to bring it even more across, but keep staring straight ahead on that, okay? Another thing that I want to point out is a lot of times if you can build up the muscles in the lower part, and there are things in the video that shows the girl with the bands pulling them, that certainly is a good one. Just make sure that the movement is coming from your shoulder blades. So it's like this. Like I tell people when they go to do lat flies, it's not the arms that's moving, it's the shoulders that's coming back. So people that, you know, you see maybe in a class going like this, like that's just gonna blow your shoulders out, right? But if you're really pulling back like this, your arms don't need to be, especially initially. I mean, as you get stronger, as you want to increase range of motion, go ahead and add more movement. But at the beginning, it's just that shoulder retraction. It's just here. Keep it local. Especially if you're in a class or whatever, you just do your thing over here. Everybody else can be the butterflies going around. But just you really want to protect that shoulder. So anyway, so a good thing to build is to build up your lats in the back. I know just personally for myself, that really helped me out a lot. So as I built up the strength in my whole back, I found that shoulder pain went away, okay? But as we know, everybody's body is different, right? So one thing that you can do is just basically your lat pull downs. Again, this motion is coming, think about those shoulder blades coming down and together. And just bring it down. So it's your back that's working, get your back to fire up. And then another good thing to do is these little sliders, and I'm just going to show you, you can, you know, that at the gym they have fancy sliders. This is just 2 towels if you have a hardwood floor. If you only have carpeting in your house, you can use paper plates. But you're going to kind of get down here to kind of like a child's pose, and then you're going to kind of make snow angels. So you're going to go ahead and pull those shoulder blades in. And this is good at the beginning when you don't really want to use much weight in your rehab. So just go ahead and bring it down and pull like that. So again, we're working on that kind of motion, okay? And then as you get better, the other thing important is to build up your core. So we do beast pose. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your hands are like L's. Now the other fingers can fan out, but you want to keep your forefinger and your thumb like an L, because what that does is it keeps everything in alignment that you're supposed to have. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to bring it up like this, and you're just going to lift your knees up off the ground, and you're going to hold that. And you're going to build up. Maybe first start 15 seconds, and then move it up. Then what you can do is, once you feel pretty good with that, you can start to change your hand and leg position. So you're going to do the right hand forward and right leg forward, and hold it like that. And then you do it with the left, and then you do it out wide, so both feet and hands out wide. And then you're going to do in narrow, and then you work to get rotation. So you'll have your hands kind of like that. So you find yourself is you're rotating like that, and then again like that. So that's a bigger progression, and we can talk more about that as you get better. So really what you want to be doing right now is, and this is going to help everything in your body, not just your shoulders. It will help people with knees and all that kind of stuff. Because what this whole series does is it works every joint in your body from the foot all the way up. So it's forward, it's back, I call this bow to the king, it's side, and then to side, and then it's rotational and rotational. All right, and then the other thing that's really important is to get that thoracic spine moving. And so you really, before you do your workouts, You want to make sure that you have mobility in your hips and your thoracic spine before you start adding stability or your strength training. If you have any questions, if you need more clarification, if you need more stuff to do or whatever, certainly reach out. I'd be more than happy to either create another video for you or give you a handout or meet up with you or whatever. All right, here's to happy shoulders. Have a good one. Bye.